Time for Pop Pop Plays.
Hello, welcome to Pop Pop Plays. Pop Pop Plays The Changeling, Part 2. We're playing Total War Warhammer 3. This will be Part 2 of the Changeling campaign after Shadows of Change version 4.2.0. If you've not seen the first chapter, the first part, check on our YouTube page for the beginning of this. We are playing the Changeling, at least through the short victory. Partly to show off how the Changeling plays and to see kind of some of what's different in 4.2 and how that all plays. Currently, we are heading towards Castle Drakenhof to increase their corruption so that we can achieve one of our schemes, the Sylvanian Rift scheme, by increasing Tzeentch corruption to 75 in the Castle Drakenhof territory. We will do this by changing the ways, spread corruption on our Changeling when we get over there. We're not currently at war with any of these guys, that's fine. We'll see if they declare war on us, but hopefully they don't. Let's see, I could teleport. Costs 40 to move that far, but then I think we're immune to attrition if we do that. Why don't we go ahead and do that? So we use teleport stance. I believe that's similar to all the other underworld stances. We're no longer invisible because now we are away from our trickster cult. But hopefully, since we're not at war, they're not going to bother to do anything to attack us.
Always scheming.
We need to get at least to Eschen before we start doing this. Honestly, we'll probably just teleport to Castle Drakenhof next turn. If we've still got enough mana, which we might not. No, we might. Building upgrade available. Needling. We didn't put a second building in there. We do want one. We're going to want one of the book ones. Grimoires and cult supplies. Grimoires and cult supplies. So the symbiotic one gives us more grimoires. The parasitic one gives us more cult supplies. I forget one of them we want over the other, but I don't remember which one it is. So I think we're just going to go ahead and go with symbiotic for now, because I forget which one we get faster. We'll just work on that if we can. Looks like we can't. Wonder why it lets us build anything there. That's interesting. Oh, I don't have cult supplies. Okay, fair enough. Enter. There's not really much else to do here. Our cultist continues on. Next turn or the turn after, he'll hit Erengrad, and he will create a cult there, which will satisfy one of our schemes in that area. We're down to 266. A lot of smaller factions die off pretty quick. Hopefully we're not one of them. We'll clan Creepus is out. Sure, way of scrying. Transfer settlement. That's a handy one to have. You can do some fun tricks. More importantly, sometimes it requires us to, some of our schemes require us to attack or destroy specific settlements, and we'd rather not attack allies. We can sometimes transfer a settlement that we need to one of our enemies if an ally owns it. Sorry, ally. And then I want Way of Defeat, so we'll go ahead and get that to get Forced Rebellion. That'll be 4 turns, in my opinion.
Iridescent madness. I must have it.
Now we are taking some vampiric stuff, but we could teleport at least one more time.
Melted down so nice.
Yeah, well,
to make this grass diorama
changing of the ways. Do we have enough? 25. An army must be selected. Do we select you?
I am change.
is it doing that? Are we clicking on something wrong here? Not the garrison.
Thou shalt treat me with the respect.
Oh. Oh, that's getting annoying. I wonder if I can't do it because I'm channeling. We'll do it next turn. That's fine. End turn. Oh, yeah, see, I should have told him to do it automatically, and I didn't. That's fine. Just means we lose a little bit of time early on in the game. But one turn certainly will never derail any campaign. That can't happen, right? Pop. Faction destroyed. Let's go ahead and establish a parasitic one again. No, too late. I picked up Village, the Curseling. Not my favorite. I don't like that guy that much. But I did accomplish my mission. Some more grimoires. Trixie Cult established, so that's handy. And we did a scheme, so the Norska and Kislev Theater will now be visible to us. That kills that guy, but in the line of duty.
Defender of Kislev.
He gives us a whole big chunk of stuff. And again, I did not want the parasitic one, I wanted the symbiotic. That's fine, that's actually worth more here, but our discoverability is all the way up to 60 though, and that's pretty high, and they literally gave us all three of the basic buildings. I don't have enough money to do that, and I wouldn't want to anyways. I don't know why they call it a symbiotic building when it gives the discovery. I feel like that should be classified differently. Oh, we could do Court of Whispers. That'll lower discovery down to 40. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's about as good as we can do. We may end up swapping books over, but not for right now. So we'll go ahead and build one of those and hope that they don't go out. Now we have visibility over this whole section, so we can see all the armies and where everybody's moving. So super handy. We need you to not take attrition. So we stop taking attrition.
We should move.
Now we'll see if we can spread corruption. There we go. Reform cost me 125 grimoires, and I'm pretty sure grimoires is the one that is more important. We will get cult supplies as we go, but grimoires we will use up pretty quick. Transfer settlements even more expensive, depending on the size of the things perform. Corruption spread. Machinations stemming from the Changeling has led to an explosion of Zinchian corruption in the area. Now it's got a 5-turn cooldown. That's fine. Watch as Zinch corruption will go up, and while we're in the area, it should end up hitting the 75 that we need. It'll just take something like 3 turns, which means we're sitting around for a while. We are healing now, though, and if we need to, and had money, expensive, we could recruit globally. We'll go ahead and pass on that. Money's a little low right now. I feel like I maybe made a couple of small mistakes. That's fine. Go ahead and turn. He's just talking about things. I wouldn't listen to him. We could have waited to come over here, but this one is doable so quickly in the game and gives us 2 rifts that I do feel that it behooves us to kind of rush this one fast. I could have moved around and taken a couple of provinces, but spread cultists across a couple of provinces to try and increase our income and get a second army and done this. Tempelhof is gone. There goes some more people.
Always scheming.
Always scheming. And we check. All the way up to 20 already. That's good. That's what we like.
Deceive.
See, it'll increase Zinchian corruption where I go over 4 turns. At least I think that's what that is. Building upgrade. What are we looking at? So switch it now to the one that automatically gives me 150, which is what I should have done in the first place. It's been long enough since I played this that I'm kind of learning again. The parasitic one I want right off the bat if the settlement is not going to be able to produce enough money by itself, and a lot of them just simply won't. So the parasitic one just does a straight 150 right off the bat, and it goes up to 450. Some of the richer, especially the province capitals, is usually the one you want the symbiotic one at, because you get 50% of what they make, and some of those can make a lot of money. Looks like that's going to be an intern. Let's check diplomacy, though. I doubt there's really anything here. Red Eye Tribe, I still don't really care about those guys.
Yes?
They're not going to survive, almost certainly anyways. So, if we're going to ally with somebody, we want it to be somebody that's going to stick around. It's not easy, but it's possible to do some good aligned factions. It's even harder with this guy because I can't take settlements and then offer them as presents. I've got a building that's supposed to give me a diplomatic bonus, but as I said in the last session, I don't feel like it does enough of a diplomatic bonus to actually be worth doing. Moon Howlers. Rock Skulls are gone. Sorry, guys. Not moved. Just kind of tool around here. I really would like to get some peak horrors, but honestly, I probably don't need them yet. I don't plan on doing any fighting here. I'll move back to the Empire and do fighting over there. Pick off some smaller things to start building up our actual stuff. The only other advantage is I do want to take out dwarves. That scheme is pretty handy. May not end up pushing that this game though. Building upgrade. We can add stuff. So honestly, most of my, especially the smaller settlements, the only thing I'm going to be interested in is books and money. Spreading the Trickster cult is handy, and there are places where we definitely want to do that. And in fact, in the northern areas, one of the things I do need basic military stuff. May actually be worth picking up the many-eyed tribute. We've got the money for it. I'm trying to look and see if I see my costs, cult supplies. It looks like I have enough. Flensburg is a little higher than I'd want, but their income is 300. What is the other thing? Oh, they're the other military building. Let's go ahead and give them cult supplies to lower their discoverability, and then maybe next turn we'll work on the many-eyed tribute and needling, because that gets us Forsaken, it gets us the Sandgores, it gets us Marauders with Spears, and just regular Marauders. It then gets us on our way to the Exalted Hero of Tzeentch, which is pretty cool. But let's do the Agent's Hollow first. Alright. So then turn on that. Sounds good. Still going to be, I believe, a couple more turns before we get the corruption up high enough to get that scheme done. That's okay. We'll take the time. We have time, if nothing else. One of the complaints about this campaign, sure, they're gone. Omni and Sisterhood, Muslim Confederation, interesting. They are way of deceit. We can force rebellion. That's great. One of the complaints about this is partly because of the way the cult thing works that keeps us hidden, is that it's almost impossible to lose. As long as we continue turning forward, getting schemes done, we're advancing towards our ultimate fight, and the little eye follows you. They put so many really good little details in the game. I love it. It's almost impossible to take us out. We don't have a capital. It's literally just us. I'm not even sure if we had no other armies and we died, if we wouldn't just simply come back a couple turns later. I'm I'm not sure how that works, I guess. I haven't had it. It's hard to kill us because we can hide so easily. Where are we at? 60, so next turn should do it.
I am change.
Scoot over there a little bit. That's good. Technology. Force Peace will win at some point. Track Army, I don't care at all. Reveal Shroud doesn't help me in this campaign. Why is this in here? Open Gates. Basically, I never use it, but that's an interesting one at any rate. Force War. Neat in concept. It tends to be so expensive that it's pointless, and they can't be friends. Otherwise, you can't force them to go to war. They have to be, I believe, neutral with each other. Halt Army can be really handy if you're trying to track somebody down. It doesn't tend to be a thing that I do with this guy. If somebody wants to run away with me, they run away. We don't control territory, so a lot of the normal ways you play, a lot of the normal strategies just don't matter. Break alliance. So you can break their alliance, then you can force them into war, but that costs so much, it's almost not worth doing. And honestly, it probably isn't worth doing because what do you care? You're just doing schemes. Again, we're not painting the map. That would be handy, or we could head that direction for experience and get some of these gifts. A little bit of armor isn't terrible. Recruit rank is not my favorite to spend technology on. If I had Screamers, that's kind of cool. That I will want at some point, and probably soon. The Arcane Mirth power recharge is helpful and definitely one to take. Weapon strength for the horrors, definitely good. There's a few in here for the horrors that kind of pump those guys up to make them great. Again, another 10 armor. Am I playing the game wrong? 10 armor is nothing. What is that, 1%? And it doesn't scale like on a 1-to-1. So the more armor you have, the less it actually protects you from. I don't get it, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe comment down below if I don't know anything about the way armor works in this game. Spell resistance, again, that's fine as a passive. I would never spend technology on this unless it was literally the end of my. I had gotten everything else. Spell resistance is not going to matter. Physical resistance, that's what I want, not spell resistance. Recruit rank +2 for Doom Knights. All right. Thanks. A handful of these are good, and then most of them, in my opinion, just are not. Again, these two are special. I can't do anything with them. Cooldown is good. Fires of Change is fine. Miscast base chance going down is handy, but I don't tend to overcast my spells all that often. Winds of Magic Power Reserve capacity +20 is really, really good. Yeah, this is what I want. A lot of the stuff over here is what I want. So let's go ahead and head in that direction. Even though this is alliance points gained isn't going to help me for quite a while. Recruitment capacity is always good.
The means to my scheme.
Building upgrade. What are we looking at? Needling. That's really low. This isn't completely done yet. But let's go ahead and. Can I not? Literally don't have enough money. Okay, well then let's not. Count that at the end of turn. That's fine. That's fine. We'll wait a turn to build that. You don't always have the money. And this early, we've spent it on things we probably don't need entirely. Again, we'll come back in a couple turns and start planting some more cults. Until then, let's see who else dies out. We're down to 236 separate factions. Oh! Somebody's taken Needling back. So, Tableheim, I forget what their faction is actually called. Tabakland. Yay, scheme executed. Sylvanian Rift. We've done it. It'll open a Trickster Rift in Sylvania. Give me +1 rifts permanently activating and we're immune to vampiric attrition for all armies. I do wish this was a little more helpful. The rift just is super handy to get this early. It gives us 2 rifts total. Not in the best spot. The Sylvanian rift isn't the most useful. The other one is because I could put it anywhere. If I wanted to get out of the Empire area, this is how you would do it. We could place that wherever we like and then travel there. But there's some handy things in the Empire, and as much as I've done this before, because that's kind of how that campaign's open, we're going to do it again. Mainly, I want to make sure I get what's his name's Festus. Festus's form, because Festus is a really handy one to have. I wish the immune to vampiric attrition was handy. If I was fighting these guys for now, it'd be really handy for a few turns. Vampires, once in a while, Vlad goes crazy and takes a big chunk of this. Big chunk of the Empire in the area around this, but most of my campaigns on Immortal Empires, vampires just get stomped out. So that's not likely to come up through most of the rest of the campaign. I've already done the scheme over in Sylvania, so there's not really a lot of reason for me to even be messing around over there after this. Except that mission issue, now they want us to recruit 30 units. We can get a Banner of Change. Banner of Change is really good. Extra grimoires, but we need 30 new units. We've got 0, so that'll be a little while.
Chaos.
Changeling doesn't need to be over here anymore. He'll still be spitting out into the next turn. Siege Corruption. It gives you 20. I believe it gives you 20 per turn for 5 turns, which puts you literally all the way up to 100. It's cool, and honestly, a pretty good one to kind of pop. Maybe not quite on cooldown, but pretty close to it, just to have extra ammunition for all Zinj demon units, which I do like. With the magic increase, control literally doesn't mean anything to us at all, and it enables attrition for non-chaos worshipping armies, which really annoys the Empire when you're running around over there. I assume it's causing attrition to these guys too. It doesn't look like it. Doesn't matter. So here is our Trickster Rift. As a technology, we will pause, because now we have 1 rift, and we will open the rift into the Empire Theater. It'll take 1 turn.
The joy we shall have.
Wait 1 more turn, because there isn't anywhere to go.
This way.
Traverse rifts. I don't have any. Zoom, 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 zoom. There aren't any rifts anywhere else yet at all. So, cancel. That's fine. Cancel. We will wait until next turn. So there's not even any point walking out of here. We'll literally take the rift. It just takes a turn to do it. Building upgrade. Now, Needling, who actually has somebody there, can look at their income. Still is at nothing. That's fine. What we want, nope. Could get Screamers. Screamers are fun. Now, see, it goes up to 3. No, let's not do that. Let's do the basic. We'll only get up to here. We won't get the bigger guys, but that's fine. That's good. That's pretty much everything we've got. And we'll end the turn there. Head back to the Empire and start picking off some smaller things just to start getting our economy up and running. And then raise a second army basically as soon as we can to start spreading schemes far and wide, because it's fun. Mainly you want to, it's always handy to have a second army to support your main army, but you want to be working in multiple theaters if you can at once, and it's real easy for us to work in the theater to the north because that's not too far to walk to and start doing stuff there. So as soon as we get a second army, we will probably be sending them up there and start doing schemes to gain bonuses. And some of them are small, like some of the rewards are small, such as now I'm immune to vampiric attrition, but some of them, for not doing much, can give you quite a good bonus. A bunch of grimoires to wound my guy. Nope, always hate that. Let's give him some extra experience because I like leveling up. Red Eye's gone. Told you we didn't want to hang out with them. There's our next rift. Back to the Warhost.
I love Loka.
Assign skill
What's
points.
it so woody?
Hates Nurgle. I really don't know about this ability. There's a good chance we will fight Nurgle, but he's not likely to melee anything Nurgle for that guy. If he gave it to units around him, that'd be really cool. Metal shifting is a really strong passive. Base weapon damage and armor piercing weapon damage for 13 seconds for your whole army is just really strong. Actually, I think I will pick that up first. Looks like I have a second thing. Plague of Rust I don't like so much. Negative 30 armor is a decent chunk, but not a whole lot. Again, when you're looking at, although it is only 3 mana, but it only affects one guy. It's not a terrible one. Glittering Robe, armor plus 60, pretty decent. Still only affects one guy. Cost 5 is also pretty cheap. 60 armor is a pretty good jump. But Gehenna's Golden Hounds is a vortex spell for 7, and that's probably what we'll take to begin with. Some extra damage there that he can land. That way we've got a couple options between either the Searing Doom or the Golden Hounds. Sounds good. And he will quickly get to the point where he is on a disc and get to fly around with those and drop wherever he wants. Now we have this rift. And we're way up here. Oh, it takes... Oh. Well, that's my mistake. It takes grimoires. Again, we need those grimoires. I forgot. I probably forget every campaign. I guess we're just going to run out of here. It's done. March will get me pretty far.
We are more than
Really close to Vlad, though. Let's head north. Maybe we'll hit like Essen or something on our way out. We can move that all the way up and get Exalteds and Heroes. That's kind of handy. Goes this 150. That's not too bad. He still doesn't have any actual income, it looks like. That or it's buggy, I'm not really sure which. Those books I probably want to switch over to... No, that's not true. The blue is the symbiotic, so that's what I want that on. Always keep checking. Income generated is 300. Let's see, if I was the other side, it'd only make 181. There's just no point in doing that. We also have the River Lynx. There's not really anything much going on here. Don't have enough to increase that. Oh, I do. I would rather have that be that. So let's go ahead and spend money on that. Call that good. And end the turn. Not my best turn, but that's fine. So, win 10 battles with a single hero. Great, and it gets us grimoires. And that's just something we'll passively end up getting anyways.
Guardian of the land.
So here's a good example. We have income 150. If we were symbiotic, it'd be 178. If we upgraded it to the second level, it'd be 300. No, that's weird. Or it'd be 270. Huh. Why would that be lower? This doubles to 300. If this doubled, ought to be 3 something, but it only ends up being 267. Strange. No, I'm not going to spend the money to swap it, even though it's not cheap. This will probably be swapped later. We'll give them some time, though. Because what we want is to get this up so I can have a chance to just expand my Trickster cults. But we need more blue in order to lower the discoverability of that. So we might not end up making that very high. We're not moving the Changeling. Spread Corruption once again. Eat up a big chunk of my books. I don't think we'll do that yet. Let's wait and get more grimoires. Let's go ahead and attack Essen.
A delight awaits.
A delight awaits. Declare war. I don't care. It almost doesn't matter. Decisive victory, casualties low. We've got, looks like a guy. Oh no, they're just a unit. Glaive infantry. 2 archers though. Yeah, we'll go ahead and fight this. Haven't fought one yet this session. Burn down the trees. Always fun. We like fire. Not my favorite map, though. They're a big enough settlement that they actually get. Maybe it's got something to do with the fact that they're wood elves. I don't remember. I really do like wood elves, honestly. They play so different. I like a good, different style campaign. It's one of the reasons why I like the Changeling, because you're playing so different from what you normally would play. It's one of the things I like about Shadows of Change is that the campaigns for all 3 of the new Legendary Lords are a little more cinematic than a lot of the Immortal Empire Lords are. I know you can play. You can play the cinematic thing in the regular campaign. I forget what you call it now because it's been so long since I played it. While you're stuck the Chaos Realm one, which everybody kind of didn't like all that much, and you get a lot of more cinematic battles and stuff in that. And a lot of that gets stripped out for Immortal Empires. A good example, I believe, is the Chaos Dwarves. They run a campaign in the Chaos campaign that ends up having a big final cinematic battle that I don't think you have, even if you finish a long victory in Immortal Empires. If you do have it, I've not run into it, so maybe that's just on me. Whereas all 3 of the new lords in Immortal Empires have a more cinematic, purpose-filled campaign that they're running towards. We're trying to get all the schemes, and in doing so, there are I think a total of 10 special battles that we get to fight, not including story battles for magical items. Mother Estankia doesn't have nearly as many, but she does have, I believe, a final battle for hers too. Yon Bo, I'm not sure if he gets a special cinematic battle. I have not finished his campaign on a long victory. Okay, 2 Chaos Furies, Flamers, the Cockatrice. How do I want to advance this? Come up the side, that's pretty clear. Bring Zangors maybe right up the center along with... and you know what I did not do? I did not give the Changeling his ability unless it automatically puts it on there. Now I feel dumb. Well, you've seen me make another mistake, so that is how it goes. I guess I can use the flyers to kind of fill in the cracks wherever I need to. We will do Zangors going straight up the center. with blue horrors on either side, and then have the ogre bowls. That's pretty good. The deceiver can lead you. The other side can be blue horrors. Yeah, only gotta fit really kind of one through there. So we'll do sort of in a line. Put these guys in front. That way, if we're running anything, we'll get a big blast. Blue horrors bring up rear on that, and you can help lead that. And we'll go ahead and call you a group 2. Which means we've got one last thing of blue horrors. Let's have them bring out the rear here. Call them group 1. Partly I use that so I can move them all in unison, both groups, but also partly so I can see quickly down here who's in what groups. So then all my flyers are not in groups. They can help basically kind of wherever they need to help out at. The only difference will be the change bringers. Let's stick them over here and give them aerial support on this side in case I need it. Alright, and then we'll just push forward, and these guys will push forward and kind of to the side, assuming that we have a big fight here. A lot of times I'll have a couple of guys, and then some more guys over here is my experience. Basically try to take the center and defend that, and then push up. If we have to go all the way to the key building, we probably won't. They're so much smaller than we are. Start battle. Let's pause it real quick so I can do my first move. And we can see trees. Their main guys, the Wildwood Rangers. Treekin. Their archers are stealthy, maybe. So we'll hit them when we hit them. See you when we see you. And they can see all my stuff. There's no way I can hide. So that's fun. Let's see if my Furies can suss those guys out. Those guys are armor piercing, but not anti-large, so maybe we have the cockatrice. Simply move in there and fight those guys. Yeah, harass them, then pull out real quick. Yeah, see, there should be, that's where his change ability should be, and I did not trigger it, so that's on me. Yeah, alrighty, there they are. Okay. Deepwood Scouts. Let's go ahead and have Furies attack the Deepwood Scouts. Looks like we maybe don't have anything over there. That's fine. Basically, move. Don't do weird stuff, please. Move them up through there. Pause. These guys need to get out there. These Furies are taking a beating. That's fine if I lose those. I lose them.
Layer of gaze.
I can't quite reach that. That's not going to work. That's just eating those guys up. Yeah, all of those guys are really strong. Pull that out. Yeah, get up there, please.
Wind supper, thundering forth.
Okay, give me a pause here for a moment. Get into those guys. We did lose one of the Furies. Looks like those trees are gone. Specifically, let's get those guys up there and him up there. there. That's annoying.
Don't go wrong. The change.
That's pretty good. Gonna hit my own Furies. That's fine. I can live with that. Pull this up there, please. Yep. Back of those guys. Hit those malevolent treekin if you can. That'd be great. Wait those guys out. You've got a couple of shots left. Big fight is here. Zangor's doing good, and we got a victory. Did lose an entire unit of Furies, and the other one got real hurt, but that's fine. Oh, and battle. Stop burning your own guys. I have a tendency to overplay my harasser units into spots that they're just not going to get out of. And for me, Furies just don't survive those things, which is unfortunate for those Furies, but they're also easily replaceable. So I guess I'm not that worried about them. Cockatrice took a little bit more damage than I would have liked. I probably should have pulled him out faster, but I wasn't really paying that much of attention. I like that he has poison. I didn't use his ability, and I probably should have. I didn't realize he has a weird hex that slows down enemies, and then he eventually stops them. I also made a mistake. I didn't take the Changeling's special form, which I have and should have used, because his base form, while he can cast spells that are decent spells, aren't the best. And I definitely should have swapped that. Would have been the smart thing to do there. But you live and learn. As soon as we get out of this, I will go into that page and make sure that is selected. The Zangors did pretty good. They held their own in there. Didn't do a lot of damage, but they didn't take much either, and that is what I'm looking for in a front line. I do think I will, comparing and contrast, but look at maybe taking 2 more units of that to kind of make a front line, and then have them backed by horrors. Although once I get the twins, and if it puts some points into it, horrors just start getting really strong. I mean, really, they kind of do in any siege campaign, I think, but any of the 2 main ones, anyways. So we'll think about it. We can mess around. Ogres did okay. Took a little damage. Wish they would get barrier just like everybody else in my army, but that's not how that works. That would be a great technology to research, is give mercenaries and allies barrier that are in your armies. Where's check. Let's go with symbiotic. It's probably not any better than that.
Aiding Sieg's disciples in this place.
Blah, 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 blah. Check. Check what we got. Essen has books. Great. If we got the money for it, then we also want money. It's 25, so we don't want that one. We want that one. Costs 1,000. That is fine.
The Changeling.
Can't do that yet.
Deceiver.
Where is that border between these two? It's so hard to see.
Who
I have it movement anyways.
today?
Yes, who shall I be today? It looks like it be Village the Curseling. Spellcaster Armored Barrier, but I won't get a lot of that yet. Super battle, but it's better than the nothing that I have now. So, skills. Speaking of which, let's head down that line. Start picking those up so I can be better. Plague of Rust or Glittering Robe? It's a good question. It's so cheap. We are gonna pick up Plague of Rust just because it can be slightly annoying. And Overcast puts it up to 60, which for not much more mana is actually pretty decent. That's a decent chunk. Building upgrade somewhere. Up. We've already picked up that. I can't upgrade it yet. Can't upgrade that one if I wanted all the way to the top. Start getting exalted, but honestly our income is so low right now that's not really going to be a big deal. Hero capacity for iridescent horrors is handy though. I could use one as either one in my army or one as an agent. Is that an investment that's worth doing? Yeah, it probably is. In turn. Sounds good. Sometimes you make mistakes. Hopefully we didn't. Down to 220 combatants out there. Mission issued. Research 8 technologies. We're at 4. Gives us a warp mirror. I'm not impressed with that, to be honest. It's a talisman and not a banner. Talisman of Endurance is really good, though. Extra Mars is great. And again, that'll be something that we just get anyways.
I don't have to kill you to steal your face.
Go on to Mordheim and get more experience so we can top and level my guys up now. We're gonna do Mordheim. Oh. No, we are not. We are going to break siege. That was not what I expected to see there.
The deceiving horror.
I made a mistake. I made a mistake and I'm going to pay for it for a turn. Okay, well, how about this? We're going to spread corruption in this area. Yes, and I'm going to spend a little bit to get the ability to buy guys here for free and not as part of the global, so they're not that expensive. Mirrorgrad isn't really doing anything, but that's fine. Building upgrade. No, we're going to save some money this turn, so we're just going to go ahead and end that turn. That was a bad turn where I made a mistake. I did not expect Mordheim to be so tough. What are we, 10 turns into the game? I expected it to be pretty much the same as Essen. But it wasn't. We will probably just simply skip it and walk on towards Imp. Although if we stick around for a little bit, we'll get their corruption up and make them annoyed. War host waiting. There's our recruitment. Oh, see, we got a free Trickster cult. Let's go take a look. Castle Alexandrov, check. Castle Alexandrov starts with no buildings, just a free slate. Income, if we got 50% of theirs, would be 125. Just won't get up to what we need it to be. We want the income. Looked at the wrong thing. So 150 for free right off the bat. That costs us though, and that leaves us with basically not enough to get anything else useful. That's fine. That's okay. A little bit of income in a couple turns is what we're looking for. Architect's chosen. 6 turns. Lord recruit rank 3 though, so we don't. At this point, we don't want our Lord until after that. Certainly, hero action success chance 25%. There are a couple of points where we need an agent if we want to do some of the schemes, I believe. Casualty replenishment. That's great. Experience for Zinch Lords and heroes. That's really good too. I think the rest of these are hero recruits. I don't think there's another Lord one on this side. So, yeah, but that's definitely a bunch of these.
What tricks the
Idea. Or not
bringing bedlam?
Yes, did build that. Let's go ahead and local recruit. Okay, upkeep is right around 130 each. We only have 984, and getting the new place only gives us 150, so it only supports one guy per building at this rate. We want a second one of those, though. I don't want to eat up... Oh, I'm sorry. We're up 1237. I don't want to eat up all of that, but I do think I want a second. No, I don't have money for one anyways this turn. That's fine. We'll take that and end the turn. Again, right now, mostly what we're doing is working on our economy. I'd probably made a mistake. I probably should have played campaign on hard. Mainly because it puts more armies out there, and I need to catch armies outside of settlements to fight them. Because of the way the cults work in their ability to hide me, I don't really care that much about factions having a bunch of extra armies because they can't hunt me down really. They're not taking the lands. It's not that big a deal. Hostile army's gone. Karl Franz isn't going to be happy about that. Razor Sack Mordheim. Do not that, I suppose.
If only the master.
But we're corrupting the area. King quarters, but again, we need. Well, what I need is cults. It's Nagenhof, like garrison detail. They've got a small garrison. Okay, let's move up to.
Pandemonium is my name.
Pandemonium is my name, so look out, because that's my game. Building upgrade. If it's not going to be income, I probably don't care. Oh, no, grimoires though. I do care about grimoires. Because I need grimoires. I need all of them. Call that good. What's diplomacy looking like? Quick deals. Older. No. Looks like they've been pushed all the way back to their thing, if I'm reading that right. Maybe that's them. Strength is one now. So, no thank you, bud. As much as I wouldn't mind maybe an alliance with Skaven, I can't save him. Unless he somehow holds on. So we'll do a wait it out and see kind of thing. He does have 2 settlements, so maybe we will wait it out and see. Perhaps he'll do better than I'm fearing. I don't know. That is one of the advantages. It's not the schemes, it's the other thing we've got now. Well, under 200 factions now. That allows me to transfer a settlement. If I've got the grimoires for it, I can simply, whether he's an ally or not, just give him new territory. It can be expensive, but I can do it. The changing of the ways, transfer settlements. Let's take a look. If I wanted to give him Dargov to gives me a weird range of things that I can do it for. I'm not seeing. Did I miss him on there? I did. I don't see him on there for some reason. Why can't I give him... Yeah, that's what I want to do all the way that. Changing of ways, transfer settlement. Let's say it was Volksgrad. Wait, there we go. Clan Molder. Would cost me 3,700. Diplomatic lower is cheaper. Diplomatic relations between the target factions. Lower diplomatic. And the average sieging corruption across the target faction's territory. Higher is cheaper. Oh, I didn't know that. There's basically nothing over there. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. That's interesting. Not helpful, but interesting. Okay. Can we get to...
Who shall be today?
Awesome. Let's get on up there. Close victory, but low casualties. I am not going to fight this on my own. We're just going to go ahead and auto resolve.
My cantrips and capers will have their curse.
Ogres always get hurt bad through this.
There are seekers after wisdom here.
Mount Gain, there's his disc. That really helps him. Trickster Colt, which one did it give us? Nagenhoff. Not the one we wanted. We will spend the money to switch that. And we will spend the money to get books.
I am change.
Hidden, that's good. We're still giving corruption. Nagenhoff is up to 50 and increasing. Gave us some skills though. Skill point, I'm you just better. I believe that's what I want. Ammunition, I don't care that so much. That's handy, but yeah, I'm you but better is the one I want. I have to take a second one, which will be for the wind. One more point gets him done with this and getting on to prismatic morality. Let's get one more towards Plague of Rust. We want to get that to a good overcast. Only got 900 left. Basically need 1,000 to do anything, and honestly, all of our cults are set up, so even 1,000 isn't going to do much. Yeah, I don't have...
Always scheming.
Can't hire them for what reason? Can't hire more than one? Yep, that is what it says. Okay. Alright, I believe you.
Henchman.
Our income is still above 1,000, which isn't the best, but it is something. These guys are fairly cheap. Let's just go ahead and add one more to our army. And turn. We're coming up on the end of episode 2 here. I'm trying to keep all these episodes to about an hour, so when this turn, end of turn finishes, if there's any, we'll go ahead and take care of any immediate business, but then we'll call that good for episode 2. Hope you've enjoyed this. Hope you've enjoyed my rambling and the mistakes I've made. Try not to make them yourself when you play the Changeling, or I don't know if any of those are helpful for other campaigns, but we all make mistakes. That's fine. Complain about them in the comments. I think there's a bunch more guys. Looks like we don't have anything we have to worry about, so the plan will be to head in this direction back towards the Empire and chew up some easy meat of the Empire, and then kind of up in this direction because we want to go after Festus. We probably want to help take him out, I believe. If I can find it. Yeah, destroy the Fecondites. So we want him actually to go, and that gives us casualty replenishment of plus 10%, and that is really handy. And that would give us 3. Sack Altdorf or construct a Ravaging Host. Both of them are doable. Sacking can be kind of hard because it's Altdorf. But then that gets us the Steam Tank, which is just hilarious to me. Still have 0 15 land battles in the Empire Theater, but we will change that soon because we can force rebellion and we can fight the rebellions, and that is, while slow, the way we want to go with that. other than try and catch people out. And that gets us a cultist, which is really, really good. We want a cultist, and also gets us recruit rank +2 for all armies, and that starts to add up really good. So that's one we want to get. Even if we finish 3 of these and then do the final battle, we'll probably leave an army here to continue doing that once we get a second army. I have done the 12 battles versus dwarves. Very doable. They don't have to be dwarves in the Empire. I think they can be anywhere, although don't quote me on that. But I believe I've killed dwarves outside of the Empire and it still counted. Impervious Skin as a 10% ward save for characters is really good. May not do that this time. It takes time to do that. It takes an army to walk around in the dwarf areas, and even though you get to be hidden, with the cults, that starts to become a weird problem. Fighting the dwarves like that, I've found weird issues of them being able to catch your armies even though they're hidden, and having a hard time finding places to fight. It's just kind of weird in the mountains. My experience so far has been that the Changeling just does not like the mountains. It just isn't a good place for him to fight. Thank you for joining me. Catch our episode 3 as we continue on with the Changeling. For now, this has been Pop Plays, and thanks for watching.